As a high achieving student for most of my life, I believed in hard work and dedication until I got to high school when I realized, Jesus Christ, I put way too much effort into all this work I do. And another thing, why don't I just copy homework? Honestly, as long as I pass the test, I'm fine in these classes. So that's my advice to any of you other hardworking students. Make it easier on yourself. Copy homework. But don't cheat on tests. Because if you do, you're garbage. And you deserve to fail that class. But only if you get caught. Because if you don't get caught, you just finesse the system. And that deserves a star. Anyways, time for the story today. There was one traumatic event that really shaped me into the person who would never cheat on tests. And one not so traumatic event that led me to, even though I got in trouble at the time, copy homework because honestly, it saves you a lot of time. So the first story was when I was in elementary around first grade, and the second was when I was in middle school. Okay, so the first story started all because this kid, let's call him Billin, asked me for help during a spelling test. And Billin was one of those kids that had like basically a grill because they had too many cavities. And at the time, I thought that was really cool. So I was like, yeah, I'll help him out. And he also threw in the bonus that he'd give me fruit roll up. So then I was like, hell yeah, I'll help you out. So as you can tell, it didn't go well. We get caught. For some reason, I'm the only one to get in trouble. And I get a red card. So my elementary school followed the card system, which was green card meant you're a good kid, yellow card meant like, hey, you're crossing the line a little, and red card meant you're the spawn of Satan and deserve to go back to hell where you belong. So obviously when I got that, I was like, damn, my parents are gonna kill me. So I was freaking out a little. So what I did instead of freaking out more was I decided to go more down the path of crime that I already chosen. When my parents picked me up, I told them that we didn't get behavior cards that day because, that's something that happened every once in a while. And that just dug me into a deeper hole because when you got a red card, you had to get your parents to sign it. So I went even further down the path of crime. I said, all right, I'm going to have to do it. And I forged my mom's signature on the red card. It probably, looking back at it, it probably looked pretty bad. But when I did it, I was like, my God, I just solved my problems. The next day, I'm feeling pretty good, Just got away with crime, basically forgery. And I got a fruit roll up out of it, so it's pretty good. And, the day could not be any better until the teacher calls me out in front of the class and she's like, did your mom actually sign this? And I'm like, yeah. And she's calling me out of the class, so everyone's listening in. A little side note is that everyone hated this teacher, so when she was pressing me in front of the class, I was acting a little bolder than usual, talking back to her. So then she's like, oh, so if I called your mom right now, would she say that she saw this? And I call her bluff in front of the entire class. I say, yeah, go ahead and call her. And I think she got scared because she never ended up calling my mom. So I was like, damn, I got away scot-free with this crime, is what I thought. Until 2 years later, when on a hot summer's night, I couldn't go to sleep. And do you know why I couldn't go to sleep? It was because of the guilt of cheating on that test. Yes, in third grade, I couldn't sleep on a random night because I cheated on a spelling test and got away with it. So, in my guilt-filled insomnia, I went to my dad and was like, Dad, I cheated on a spelling test 2 years ago. And you know what? After I told him, I did feel better. But to this day, I still kind of feel bad about it because he was half asleep. So I still feel like that sin is still in my heart. But anyways, that was the traumatic story. Now here comes the non-traumatic story. Basically what happened was this girl continually asked to copy my homework. In return, she would give me food. And then one day she was stupid enough to copy homework in front of a teacher, and then we both got in trouble. She was so stupid for that. And for like a long streak, I would not copy homework or let anyone copy my homework. But then, as the story goes, I got to high school and was like, I'm a copy homework. So funny enough, I ended up actually getting in trouble for copying homework during this quarantine. So that's cool. But anyways, if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, share, and actually I have a Twitter at ThoughtEtho. If you followed it, you would know about how I got in trouble before this video came out. So yeah, go ahead and have that and follow it.